cup up with some leans. Yeah, put my dick in your bitch plane. Yeah, rats.
Bitch, you better not tell me what to do around here. Bitch, you better shut the fuck up, bitch. You talking about when I'm driving and shit, you heard? Alright, so welcome to this video, whatever you want to call it. I got no idea if this is fucking pointing at me or not. Bitch, shut up! I'm talking, fool! Go ahead and turn that right the fuck off. Yeah, there we go. Alright, take it easy, Poppy, okay. Alright. So do a little Q&A video, right? I got some questions right here that you, the followers, the subscribers, the Instagrammers, the YouTubers, the whatever you want to call it, got a couple of questions to ask me. I said, what I had said was, got interesting questions, holler at your mans and them. That's me, mans and them, you know what I'm saying? So I figured, while I'm in the middle of recording a video, I'm gonna record this video, because I got a long drive ahead of me, little baby. You heard? This thing recording? Oh. Yo, it be recording though. I gotta be honest, I don't know if that's exactly facing me. I put the wide fucking angle shit so that way it should cover this fucking zone. Hopefully you can fucking hear me. I mean, I'm in the truck, so I mean, you know, whatever, so. Damn dog. Alright. So let's start with motherfucking question one. You know what I'm talking about? First ask is, what do you do for work? Currently, I paint rockets for one of the space places. And, yeah, that's about that. Previously, for work, what I had is I worked at a very high-end restoration facility, company, whatever you want to call it. Did extremely expensive and rare classic cars. So that was really fun. Did that for about 7.5 years. And then before that, I did, what's it called? Before that, I did automotive shit. I was a mechanic and ended up working my way up to like doing manager shit. So as the manager, you did everything, you know what I'm saying? So I've done a lot professionally in the automotive industry for probably 14, 15 years, give or take. So, you know, I've been at the car game for a while. I'm not as young as I look. I'm a lot fucking older. So that's why I move a different way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like you young cats. You feel me? Alright, hold on. Where we gonna go? I'm driving a thick hit Mac Daddy, baby. She about like 50 feet long. I mean, it's not 50 feet long, but you know, whatever. So yeah, it's hard to change lanes in this big ass truck. This is a base model truck. So like, visibility is the minimal. I got no little extra blinkers to let me know someone's in my blind spot. This is about as raw as it gets, you know what I'm saying? So, alright, let's go to the next one. Let's see. Damn, this shit crazy. Alright, next question. CD swap in the GTR. Yes, the GTR, the CD09 in it. Yeah. So, yeah. There's a CD09 in GTR. I think the CD09 is probably one of the best transmissions you can fucking buy. Period. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, you can buy the fucking, you know what I'm saying, you can get you a T56, but like, you ever driven a T56 trans? You know, CD09, baby. CD09. You don't need to make horsepower and all that bullshit to have fun. We have low power and have a lot of fun, you know what I mean? Alright, next question. Fuck. Got chain lane again, baby. Oh yeah, this is Florida. And I change lanes without losing my blinker a lot. So, that's why you see me looking so crazy all the time, you know what I'm saying? Down, I'm checking my surroundings, fool. Anyways, this is a big ass question. And in my opinion, this is probably a this is a two-part question, technically speaking. Because it says, what would you do different? If you could do it all over again, what would you do different? And then the second part of that question is, what advice would you give your 16-year-old self? That's a fucking real ass question. And to go with that, I'm going with the first part, right? So the first part is going to be, what would you do different? If you could go back, what would you do different? And I wouldn't exactly change the things I have done. You know what I'm saying? but I would most certainly have tried to take in opportunities to put myself in better positions to learn more and to gain more knowledge and experience in the field that it is that I want to learn. So I've been obsessed with cars since I've liked cars since I was, young teenager, like 13 and shit. And like, man, like when I turned, and I did BMX, did skateboarding, I played soccer, I did a lot of shit as a kid. And when I turned, I'd say 15. At 15 was probably the turning point for where I'm like, yo, I don't give a fuck about anything else. I just want to do cars. You know what I'm saying? So like with that being said, the mindset you have at that kind of time frame versus the mindset you have at my current age now is way different. You know what I'm saying? Like as a person, you've lived like 5 different lives. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. So to do what I would man, I guess the 2-part questions kind of rolled up to one now that I think about it like that, right? So like, get out of the way. Anyways, with that being said, I think that as a younger adult or a younger teenager, I should have tried to look for job opportunities doing exactly what I wanted to do. However, with that being said, there are things that you should go outside your scope to learn. When I was younger, I didn't feel that learning fabrication was worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, I want to, because back in the day, it was the Honda game, right? There's the Honda game, big time in the Honda game. You know what I'm saying? I loved Hondas, whatever. And I knew about drifting since like 2001. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, like, it's crazy because just then I'm like, oh, I want to build, fast Hondas, race Hondas, you know what I'm saying? Because in Florida, drag racing's bigger because we have nothing but flat, straight roads everywhere. We don't got the fucking turns like majority of you do, you know what I'm saying? So all of Florida's a bunch of flat straights. That's why you got a lot of big power cars, a lot of roll racing, a lot of drag racing here in Florida. We got the NASCAR turn bullshit too, but that's different, whatever. So with all that being said, cut this up. Yeah, I think that as a younger age person, I would have tried to get into a place that was very well established and try to learn as much as I could in that whole spectrum. Or if you go to like, I don't know if they have the school anymore called UTI, Urinary Tract Infection, Universal Technical Institute. I wanted to do that school when I got out of high school to like learn more about cars and get more in depth. I never went. I didn't do much schooling after high school, and I learned better in field. I learned better doing, working on shit. And the Honda game's the perfect way to fucking learn because the Hondas are about as simple as a fucking game. Well, 90s Hondas anyways, right? So I would for sure try to experience as much as possible in the terms of broaden the horizon. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I was younger, I would have never thought about doing fabrication. Where here today and now, I'm like, man, I wish 10 years ago I started learning how to do welding and fabricating. You know what I mean? So that way today, it would set me up for, oh, well, I'm going to knock this out. I'm going to fabricate. I'm going to make this bracket, do this part, boom, 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 whatever. Today, I don't have that skill set. You know what I mean? So with not having that skill set, I have to really catch up. You know what I mean? And then back in those days, you have to understand too that another difference for me is back in the days, early 2000s, we had the internet, but it's not like today. You didn't have YouTube to go, how do I put my thumb up my ass and go on YouTube and Google it or whatever it is. Back in them days, we had forums and like a bunch of fucking retards are on them shits. You know what I mean? A couple of smart guys for sure, some really smart people. But like back in the days, like you had to figure it the fuck out. Like, man, if you wanted to convert your Honda back in the day, this is before jumper harnesses. You guys take jumper harnesses for fucking granted. Back in the day, if I wanted to put an OBD1 computer in my car, my Civic, my OBD2 Civic, I would have had to de-pin the entire harness for the ECU plug, switch out the ECU plug for the OBD1 plug, and sit there and take 2 books and cross-reference each individual wire one at a time until I got every one of them correct and every one of them down. That's how you went OBD1 back in the day. Then jumper harnesses came out, fuck, miracles, you know what I'm saying? So I went through a lot of that kind of crazy shit, and I'm kind of getting off topic, I guess, but yeah, without a doubt, I would have taken different ways to completely broaden my horizon, broaden my spectrum further, you know what I mean? To be less narrow-minded of, oh, well, I shouldn't learn about automatic transmissions because I'm only going to do manual transmissions. Well, you know, as an adult here and now today, I wouldn't much rather, but even having the knowledge of being able to take apart a manual transmission, fully strip it down and put it back together. Not even like build it crazy, just be able to take one apart completely and put it back together completely and it fully function. You know what I'm saying? And work without any issues. Like, I don't have that skill set today. Could I do it right now? Probably fucking not. I'd probably need a YouTube video to watch step by step, and even then, when I do it, I would have to lay it all out. Like, whenever I did my first engine rebuild, there was no YouTube videos back then, right? So you learn by doing. And luckily, when I worked at the automotive shop, the performance shop, the boss, he fucking knew, he knows all the motors back, you know, up and down, left and right. He don't fucking matter, it don't matter, right? So he's like, yeah, man, he's like, take this fucking Eclipse motor out of this Eclipse. We'll take this motor, we'll take what's good between the two, we'll make one. All right, cool. Well, I never touched an Eclipse motor. I only fuck with Honda shits. And I was more familiar with the Honda motors. So taking apart the Eclipse engine, all I did is I took a pizza box and I labeled everything, and I took everything out a certain way and I put it back a certain way exactly, so I didn't have to guess or figure out, because some things you don't realize is like for cam cover, sometimes each cam bolt for your cam caps or whatever, sometimes they're different lengths. That's just the way it is. Sometimes, oh, well, this side's shorter, or you know, this one's shorter or this one's longer because it has a extra rail for this bracket or this oil feed piece, you know what I'm saying? Like, all kinds of shit. Anyways, I'm going like mad off topic, my bad. But regardless, it's like, mentally, I'm obsessed with cars, right? I'm a car guy. I love certain types of cars, but I have an appreciation and love for all types of cars. So to just learn just Hondas, just Nissans, just this or just that, I think is a little bit too narrow-minded, because if you like just Nissans and you like just, you know, let's say you like just Kias, okay, fine, whatever, and you want to just work on Kias, by all means, do your thing, but there could be a day where you switch over, you know what I'm saying, like, and you cross it up, you go, you know what, I like these, man, these are actually really cool, and maybe like you like German cars, I hope you don't, but you know, whatever. So yeah, if I could do anything different, it would be to experience more and to absorb more knowledge of things in my earlier age when I was doing mechanical type shit, when I was doing mechanical work. And maybe if that meant traveling to, you know, having a 40-minute drive to work at a different facility that did more things, you know what I'm saying? The shop that I worked at mainly fucked with Hondas. I was into the Honda game. That's kind of how it worked out. I learned to work on other cars too, but the Hondas, truthfully, the Hondas taught me a lot, you know what I'm saying? But it would have been nice to learn fabricating and learn, you know what I'm saying, like more elements of what I now know today, the things I'm into today, right? 16-year-old, hold on, read this shit real quick. Advice to give my 16-year-old self. Okay, so I guess this part's gonna be a little different while experiencing things, right? You know, keep an open mind, doing more shit. the advice to a 16-year-old myself would be is to keep that open mind and to take the opportunities when they come. You won't realize this until later in life, but there'll be certain opportunities that are literally presented in front of you, and you will pass them up, not realizing, not knowing, or going, nah, that's not for me. You know what I mean? So if someone says, hey man, you want to come be part of the race team for just 2 months, I need you to change tires and check the alignment, and that's it. The pay sucks, but we'll fly you out, we'll feed you, we'll put you up on the board. Even if you're not into racing, but you love cars, even if you like stance cars and all that bullshit, right? Like that's all you want to do is stance cars. And let's just say for some reason, some guy's like, yo, come do this, we need an extra hand, you have an idea of what you're doing, boom. Go and take that opportunity, you know what I mean? Because especially at a younger age, where you don't have family, you don't have kids, you don't have, responsibilities as much, go and take those opportunities to go out and do that shit, you know what I'm saying? Figure it out, get fucked up, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, and I think it's gonna have to end at this question, because I've probably been talking about the same one subject for like fucking 30 minutes now, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, take the opportunities, or if there are opportunities, even if it might be a little bit financially painful, take them. Fucking take them. That's a big, fucking take that shit. You're? Alright, boom, baby. Let me talk about that song. Alright, so the homie Wes, who's Endless Media Production, he asked the question of when are we gonna cook? Well, whenever you ready, motherfucker. Whenever you ready. I got the car, I got tires for my shit. I want to do a couple more things, but we gonna cook. And I got a couple other videos in the works too. I promise you, I'm gonna holler at you. Don't you worry, little baby. We got some GTR shit gonna be popped off this year. We're gonna do a couple things, baby. Don't worry. Don't you worry, little baby. Don't you worry. All right, next question. Okay, this is a good question. How big are your nuts? Well, truth be told, now this is a little secret. No, I'm saying, truth be told, about the size of grapes. That's all you need, baby. Got little grape nuts like this big. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got, boo. You don't need nuts, baby. Little grape nuts, all you need. Oh shit, the fucking new trend coming. You see it? Maybe you see it, maybe you don't. It's coming. It's coming, baby. It's coming. It's going faster than me, shit. Hey, what's up, that fool? Brand new train out that goes from Orlando to Miami. Already fucking crashing the cars. Already becomes a bunch of reckless shit. That train hauls ass. Alright, next question. Let's see. Hold up. The question's about tattoos, location, who, what, when, where, why, how type shit. Alright. I get all my tattoo work done at Epic Orlando Tattoo. Okay, I'll give you a quick crazy story. So, majority of my tattoos are from there. My Reaper, most of this sleeve. I have pretty much an entire torso, my front torso done. The whole front torso is done by them. And crazy story. Years ago, probably 2011 or 12, I got my half sleeve started. And the guy I got it started by is the same guy that did the F-bombs on my leg. That guy's friends with the owner of Epic Orlando Tattoo. Back in the day, it was called something different. So I got my sleeve outline started back in the day by the homie of the owner of the shop that does all my work now. That's a little crazy story. But yeah, Epic Orlando Tattoo. I have, the full sleeve here, the little Reaper here. I have the full torso. I have 2 on my back. The ones on my back are my first ones. I have shitty ones on my legs, which you see sometimes above when my shorts pull up past my knees. I got them little shitty tattoos, you know what I'm saying? Got a couple of legs. Looking to expand, you know what I'm saying? Looking to expand, baby. Tattoos are cool if you're cool, you know what I'm saying? And then, honestly, there's a whole tattoo thing, but today's people getting tattooed versus like back in my day, like, it's so... Give you a little backstory. Back in the day when I first started getting tattooed, if you had tattoos you could see, you weren't getting a fucking job. That's straight up. I don't mean like on your face, like all the fucking sad boys are doing, and all the fucking clout chasers are doing. I mean, you had a fucking tattoo on your arm up here. If you could see it in the fucking sleeve, past the sleeve, I can assure you, you weren't getting a job. And if you did get a job because they wanted you, they were like, yo, you gotta do something about covering that up. You know what I'm saying? Wear a long sleeve or like, you know what I'm saying, doing whatever else. You weren't getting no fucking jobs. Period. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little different back in the days. That's why back in the days, if you had tattoos, you could see you were either about that tattoo life or you were a criminal, technically speaking. Because that was then like a life-term devotion. That was before the laser tattoo removal shit, and even after that shit, your skin's fucked up and you can still kind of see it anyways, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's kind of different. Whereas today, like, tattoos are widely accepted everywhere, you know what I'm saying, whatever, which is cool. But you know, if your first tattoo is from an elbow down or from the neck up, go on with that shit, fool. Old school tattoo days is pretty much if you could see your tattoos outside of your shirt, you were tattooed like underneath, like, and you had no more room left type shit, you know what I mean? That's kind of like the old school shit, and I'm kind of stuck on that in ways, you know what I'm saying? Even though you can see my tattoos, but like I said, I have a full torso, you can't even see them. The ones on my legs you can't see most times either too, so you can't see the ones on my back, so I mean, whatever. But alright, that's enough. Epic Orlando tattoo, you already fucking know, I already fucking said it. Set your appointment up. They ain't cheap. Cheap work ain't good, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And good work ain't cheap. Feel me? It pays to play. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say, babe. All right, next one. How long did the rear-wheel drive process take on the GTR? That's an interesting question, only because it took me 3 years to do the car. And yeah, technically speaking, it took me 3 years to buy all the parts I needed to make the car one. Yeah, it took me 3 years. Oh shit, that was almost bad. Yeah, it took me 3 years to get the pieces and make the car one. But once I had all the pieces, me and my man Mark Salat, we turned it from a nothing car of pieces to a fully functioning car in, I think, like 4 days. Now that's like 4 solid 12-hour working days, like no bullshit, like fucking go. And that was just to get from the backyard to the front yard. And then from the next point after that to be a driver took me, I think, another week. And we did that during COVID. So that was when everything was shut down and shit. So actually, funny story, his white GTR we also did during COVID, right before mine. So that's pretty cool. So technically, within a 4-week period, 2 GTRs, the rear-wheel drive, manual rear-wheel drive CD09 cars. So that's pretty tight. That was fun. I mean, pain in the ass. Like it's a lot of work. There's no doubt. And yeah, it's a lot of fucking work. So if you want to do it, but there's easier ways to get what you want without having to do that kind of shit. All right, so hold on. Somebody asked me my thoughts on a rotary. As far as rotaries go, I think those are some really cool engines. There's a lot of downsides to them for sure, especially everything I keep learning more and more about them. There's definitely downsides to them fucking things, but they are lightweight, extremely compact. They sound fucking rad as fuck. 3-rotor, 4-rotor. I mean, obviously, like, that's like saying an RB26 sounds really awesome compared to like an RB20. You know what I mean? Like, they both sound good, but like, 26 does sound better. When I get it, so I get it's a premium model. But yeah, man, I think rotors are really cool motors. I think they're massively impressive considering you have 2 Doritos at a 1.6 liter able to put out 400 or 500 horsepower, which before we get crazy on that, obviously it's turbo. Before you talk about how awesome that is and all that power, don't forget a Honda B16 will do those same numbers turbocharged also out of 1.6 liters. So fuck around and find out. You heard me? Honda game strong in it bit, feel me? So yeah, I think rotaries are really fucking cool motors. I think that they're cool. They sound good. The whole oil consumption thing is pretty retarded. Or you know, putting oil in your gas as a premix, I think that's kind of fucking retarded. Or doing the delete and then just doing, or having this shit where the oil mixes in with the fuel from the motor somehow, whatever that shit is. Yeah, whatever that is. But no, like dead ass. If I had a lot of money, I would put a rotary in something you're not supposed to. Straight the fuck up, like no bullshit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think those are really good ass motors. I think they're cool. They're not cheap. They're really expensive. So if you do a rotary, yeah, man, like you gotta want to. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're fucking awesome motors. Let's see what else. What can you do? Holy fuck. Oh, what cars do you currently own? Okay, so currently I have my silver GTR, my black GTR. I have my R32, which is pretty obvious at this point because how many fucking videos I made on that thing. I have my dually, we here, boom. I have my half cut GTR, so I wouldn't call that a GTR. That's a half a GTR. And then I have my green S13. No? Oh yeah, and I have my Lincoln, my lowrider. That's all I got. Yeah, that's it. I would consider the trailer to be a car only because the fucking trailer takes up more space than a car does. But yeah, that's all I got for cars currently. My wife's got her 2021 Supra, her 350Z, and she has a 2000 Civic sedan, which I'm actually gonna get ready to put for sale here. Automatic AC power steering, the full 9, you already know. Gonna put that for sale here shortly, actually probably maybe later today. And we're gonna get like a 07 Tahoe, 08 Tahoe, something like that, like I had before type shit. That way she got a little something that's like, because she's got two-seater cars, you know what I'm saying? So get a little something that she can like throw the dogs into, go take them to the dog park, do whatever. Go get groceries, rainy shitty day, she can just hop in a big ass truck and just whip, you know what I'm saying? Not worry about shit. So that's what we currently got around me. Oh yeah, and as you know, my house, as you've seen, I have no fucking space. I am maxed the fuck out. I have absolutely no more room. I have my truck hanging partway off my driveway, even to fit. Legally speaking, I don't have an HOA where I live, but the city doesn't want cars parked in the grass, so technically I'm in violation. Technically with the trailer, technically not because it's a trailer, but like, yeah, I get notices in the mail. Trust me, it's not great. All right, what's the next one? Somebody asked me right here what it had said was, what the secret to your success is. I don't know if I would call myself successful. Success is for sure based on how you measure it. So with that being said, if this person considers me to be successful, if I'm gonna have to say that I'm successful by this person's, the way they feel, because like for some people, you're not successful until you've got like, a yacht and a fucking helicopter, and you have your own building, 30-story building, like your rich as fuck Trump Tower type shit, right? The key to my success, I'm gonna say this. The key to success is you. To help you get there, you want your income as high as possible and your overhead as low as possible. You want to not add more things to your life, like animals, any type of creature, dog, cat, fish, frogs, don't fucking matter. Especially when you're younger. If you can reduce your consumption, all your bullshit, all your excess, you can take more of your earnings and put it towards what it is you truly desire, your goals, your whatever the case is. My biggest problem is that I love cars. I will fuck myself for cars constantly. I do it now. I I've been doing it for my whole life, and for me to have taken the step to create the website and start doing the brand and the merch and all that shit is a huge step for me, because I have a hard time doing it, because every time I have money, I don't give a fuck about that shit. All I care about is the next part for my car. Okay, this car needs this car needs that. Okay, I want to get this for this car, it's going to cost me this much money. And I should write these things down. That's another thing for success too, is if you want to be successful, I would write shit down, and try to organize your notes as best you can. When you're first writing something down, you don't need to organize it when you first write it. But at the end of the day, go back over what you wrote and rewrite it in an organized way to help you succeed. When I was 18, I did go to one of those seminar joints, and in the seminar, I never understood it then, but I understand it now. And I thought my stepdad took me to it. Not really. I don't really know why he took me there, but he was going, so he just took me with him. And one thing I remember specifically is they gave you a planner, and the planner just had dates and notes underneath it. Just like a calendar, but there was, each day was like 2 pages per day, and it was a whole year's worth. And it was a nice little book with a pen and a whole thing to keep your whole little unit together. And I remember the way the guy told me then was, the guy had said, I'll never forget it. And I didn't understand it then, but I do now. Anyways, I've said it twice now, I know. But jot down in the morning when you get up for your tasks, write down what your tasks are for the day. With that, at the end of the day, any tasks you have not completed, turn the page to the next day and write those tasks down first, and put stars next to those as previous day's tasks that weren't completed today. And the following day, when you wake up in the morning, write down your new tasks underneath those. And from a business standpoint, if you're an entrepreneur or you're a business owner or something like that, that's a very helpful tool, right? But building cars, it's also really helpful. Me, I forget to write shit down, and pretty much most of the time I don't write shit down. And sometimes when I get involved in something, because you'll forget, let's say I gotta build the whole fueling system. If I go, a fuel pump and, some fuel lines and some fittings, and then, whatever the case is, type shit, like whatever the case is afterwards, whatever. If I have to map out my fueling for real, I go, okay, what do I need? I need a fuel pump. I need wiring for the fuel pump. I need a fuel filter for the fuel pump. You know what I mean? So usually you buy a fuel pump kit. You typically don't buy the pump by itself, but in case you forget, so I need a fuel pump kit. Okay, fuel pump kit. So how do I get from the tank, to the fuel rails? I need this many feet of line. What kind of line do I need? You know what I'm saying? So like, you would map it all out and you would write it all down. If you're smart, it's always more expensive, but if you're smart, for fuel lines, you would add a couple extra fittings you might think you don't need. Let me add 2 more 45s, 2 90s. I promise you, you think you're gonna run the lines and do your shit a certain way, boom, 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 and then all of a sudden you'll realize you could route something better, a different way, more efficient, more tucked, more streamlined, more something else than what you did originally. But now you don't have the fittings to do, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I think that's also a key to success, right? So write your shit down. And if I had wrote down certain things back in the day when I first took my R32 apart, then it would have set me up for success better 10 years later, now that I'm where I'm at. But luckily, the way I work on my cars, when I leave them usually, I leave tasks either that need to be done 100% or they're already completed and something else nearby needs to be done. So, things like that. But yeah, that's, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, the key to success is the drive, So whatever your goal is, it again depends on what your idea of success is. So whatever your goal is, right? And keep in mind, if you have too many goals, your chance of success is going to go lower. And that's just how it is, because you have to determine what is more priority and what is going to be, what's your main goal, what's your top goal, you know what I mean? We all know we have to work, we all know we have to live. So yeah, I would just write the shit down. And in the building car shit, you can do this, you can write shit down for your life too. Paying bills or debts or, you know, whatever the case is, or, you know, whatever else. Writing it all down 100% helps. And then rewriting it down in an organized way also helps train it to your thought, puts it more back into your thought process again, and helps you take it in better. And then also, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's that. All right, that's enough. I can't be talking about no more, baby. Low overhead, keep your income as high as possible, overhead as low as possible, and write your shit down, no matter what it is. That's, you want to be successful, have a goal, and then do those things and go towards that goal, and don't go anywhere else but towards that fucking goal. That's pretty much how I do shit. Roughly speaking. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so. Oh, fuck. Someone wrote, how can I grow up to be like you? Well, I don't know if I would grow up to be like me. But, you want to be like me when you grow up. It's really easy. Have a strong obsession with cars and just spend every penny you got on them. That's how you can be like me. You know what I'm saying? Make poor choices, baby. Make poor choices. Come feel me, baby. Come get in this little credit card debt game. Feel me? Alright. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you do get in credit card debt, there's useful ways to use your credit card. Just try not to drown yourself. I've done it several times. It sucks. It's hard to get out of. But it is what it is. It's part of the game, right? Alright. So, boom. Last one is, what are my plans for the Green S13? Alright. So the Green S13, big plan one, that car's getting fucking painted. It's not going to get painted because it's green. Now, there was a whole debate some months ago about some local individuals. They pretty much made a replica version of my Green S13, of how it was back in the day. I'll try to throw some pictures in it. That car's been green since 2007. That color green since 2007. So just keep that in mind. But now that I own the car, and I lost my black S13. I didn't lose my black S13. My dumbass sold that car. I should have never sold that car. I should have never sold the fucking car. That's a regret that I have. I don't have many regrets, but that's definitely one of them. I should have never sold that car. If I could buy that car back right now, I fucking would, but I can't. Too much money. They're all worth $1 million. It ain't fucking worth it to me. Fuck it, whatever. So, the plans for my Green S13 are really simple. I'm going to do an angle kit on that car. I'm not doing some big crazy Wisefab shit. I'm going to steal the Powered by Max knuckles and probably the control arms off the R32 and put it on that car. I see that on the R32, it gets plenty of lock. It needs some couple little extra strengthening bits, whatever. So that car's going to get an angle kit. What else we got? Yeah. And for the R32, I'm going to put all brand new, probably full GK Tech kit or FDF on there. We'll see, whichever one. I think I'm going to go GK Tech, honestly. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways. So with that being said, the green car. That car is going to be painted a certain color. I ain't going to give it away. But it's a great color, I can assure you. And everything that's going to go together, that car is going to be SR. It's going to stay bottom out because it's got a really badass Garrett turbo and a really nice manifold on it. It sounds good. I'm going to put a clutch and flywheel on it. It's typical single disc Ogira from Japan. Oh shit, it's my exit here. Put a single disc from Ogira in that thing. It's going to get a, tuned computer, bump the boost up to like 15 pounds. It's all an SR needs 15 pounds. So crank that vibe on 15 and paint that bit. I'm probably going to do a different bumper in the future, not right now. I like the bumper that's on there. I think it's really cool. That car gonna get some motherfucking 3-piece big joints. You heard? Right here, right fucking now. I'm gonna get them 3-piece joints. They're gonna be thick, boy. I don't know what wheels I'm gonna get just yet, but I'm gonna give me some thick Johnsons for that beach. I'm probably gonna have to buy rear quarter panels for it in order to fit that. So we'll see. But yeah, man, that car's got some plans. Paint the engine bay. I'm gonna try not to go crazy on that car, but it's hard not to when I've been doing so much nicer stuff on my R32. It's gonna be hard to not want to do that to the S13, but the S13 I'm gonna keep it way simpler than my 32. So that's another thing, is keep it more Japanese style. Don't go over the top, don't go crazy. I'm gonna use a lot of OEM shit, OEM plus type shit. I'm not gonna get crazy on it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do some things on it. It's gonna be cool. I'm really excited for that car. That car's gonna be really fun. You know, I'm gonna do a hydro e-brake on it. I'm gonna do a dual caliper setup on that car, just because, I mean, why not? It's gonna be I don't want to call it a final bout car, but kind of like that, sort of, but not really. But yeah, she gonna be a stunner, boy. She gonna be a Flex Johnson. I don't know if it's gonna be yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. That car is gonna be really cool. So like the plans for that car, you know, new paint, lock in some angle kit, stock SR, 15 pounds on a nice turbo, and just keep it really simple. You know what I'm saying? Standard fuel lines, standard style fuel filters. You know what I mean? I'm gonna change the intake manifold because I don't like what's on there, and I want to be able to change my oil easier. You know what I'm saying? Like little things. I'll probably do a Freddy manifold, or I'd like to do the ISR manifold for that, but it's like $800, and I don't want to drop an 8 stack on that. It's a little retarded for me. Although those manifolds do seem to fit pretty flat and pretty nice. I mean, maybe I'll still buy one. I don't know. That's kind of expensive because I want to tune the car and shit. So you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that car's just gonna have 2 seats. I'm gonna cage that car. I don't know if I'm gonna do an open cage or a closed cage. By closed cage, I mean like having X bars in the back. But I'd like to think that I'm gonna do a open cage, and it's a 6-point. But we'll see, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my general plans for that thing, man. That car gonna be simple, look tough, be simple, and most importantly, look good and drive sick. Like that's the biggest thing. You know what I mean? The cars don't look good, then why the fucking do it? You know what I mean? Like that's one thing I don't like about drift cars today. They look like shit. I'm sorry, they just look ugly. I don't like it. It's not for me. It's not for me. I get it. It's all purpose. It's all function and shit. But yeah, you get the idea. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've been talking long enough. I'm probably fucking talking for like 40 minutes. If you watched the video this far, appreciate you. As always, check out the merch. Link is in the description with the link tree. And yeah, man. I mean, where the fuck am I? Where are you taking me? Yeah, check that shit out. I got more designs coming. It'll probably be a month or so. I'm still working on doing the little giveaway. I'll do the announcement for that on Instagram. You guys on YouTube know about it first, so you guys technically get the jump, but I don't know if it makes a difference or not. So yeah, I appreciate you watching. Check that shit out. Watch this video. Do that like, comment, share, subscribe bullshit if you want. You don't want to do that shit, you don't fucking have to. It is what it is. You want to help me out? You want to keep watching these videos where I put badass music in it? YouTube don't push none of my videos because I use copywritten music. So by liking and commenting and sharing it to people, it helps me out to get further out there so more people can enjoy, you know, not listening to some dumbass fucking music on videos and shit, you know what I'm saying? So whatever, boom. All right, fools. That's all I got for you today. I appreciate the questions. That's from you guys. And this video is going to come out Wednesday, like every video does. You heard? Catch you on the flip side. Stay sucker free, motherfucker. Yeah.